this is Tan from Artemis Oracle. Let's see what's coming up for the next 72 hours. I just filmed a love reading, and now we're just going to do a general reading just to see what comes up. So I'm using the Revealing the Truth Oracle just to see what is coming up for the next 72 hours. What messages is collected in for the next 72 hours? That's for the highest and greatest. Tell us about what messages the collective needs to make this time. That's for the highest and greatest good. What messages does the collective need to make this time? That is for the highest and greatest good. Whistleblower came up, but I feel like something's going to be revealed. That's what came to mind, revealing the truth. And that's the name of this deck. So, but when I saw Whistleblower, it says betrayal, report, leak, expose. Not in that order. I feel like something's going to be revealed. A truth is going to be revealed. We have bonfire, which says safe haven, flame, home, and song and dance. Then we have synchronization, resonance, music, emotion, commitment, oath, pledge, agreement, and piety. No, promise, sorry. Where I got piety from? Okay, that might mean something to someone. Sunset, lost loved ones, memories, elder, nightfall. This to me is like something's ending. Something is ending. Something's going into an ending. Something's fading out. Guard is like to protect, escort, teach. And roll the dice and chew came out together. Take a chance, risk, leap of faith, and chew. Deep thinking, remember, solve puzzles, code word. Let me see how this all comes together. Bonfire, synchronization. When I looked at the bonfire, it says flame, but then I filled in the blank. Twin flame. Someone is thinking about taking a risk, but this risk is a very calculated one because this is something that they are thinking about, planning out. It's a strategic risk that this person wants to take. It may have to do with some sort of promise or commitment that they are making. It could be you or this person, a commitment, agreement, a pledge, some promise. Someone with synchronization and emotion, it's something that I feel like somebody is going to reveal something about someone's feelings. Somebody's going to reveal something about somebody's... Why did I read the song and dance when it says sing and dance? Same old song and dance. I feel like somebody's ending something because the bonfire and sunset, I feel like somebody, you know how sometimes people have this like routine, with how they handle certain situations, that they have oh, there you go with the same old song and dance, you know, it's like very predictable. I feel like somebody is kind of like sick of the same old, and they want to break free from that. You know, they want to bring an end to that. Some ancient thinking, some old pattern of thinking, old pattern of behavior, old pattern of beliefs. But with this, when someone wanting to end something, like especially when it comes to something that is kind of ingrained, you know, because if you are deeply, something has been deeply embedded in you, like a thought process, especially about how you feel about yourself, feel about other people. I said heal. I feel like somebody wants to heal something about themselves. I feel like somebody wants to heal their heart. I think someone is getting signs and synchronicities that are basically telling them that they need to make some changes, especially when it comes to something that they need to protect, something that they need to be on guard for. And that whatever this change is, it's going to require some commitment on their part. It could easily be like, you could look at this and you could think, oh, that, you know, there's a knight there with the queen, right? He's being knighted, right? And, or he's like basically saying like, I'm here for you. I'm here to serve you. You know, maybe this person is saying that in the past that they may have been more thinking about themselves rather than how they can be of service to others. I think the reason why this person can be like this, and please, I don't know who this person is. It could be you or it could be someone you know, but I feel like someone is getting some signs and synchronicities, things, messages that are resonating with them, that's helping them with healing. But you know, with this vulnerability of healing, it's like you know, you have to protect yourself, you have to guard yourself, because I said soft, and I heard soft spots. You know how certain parts of our body are more prone, you know, like if we were hurt there, we could really get hurt. I mean, like we could be ended in some ways. And we have our skeletal system, right? It protects our organs and stuff, but there are some parts of our bodies that are not protected, right? And it's like when you're going through a healing process, there's going to be certain points where you're going to be at your low, and that's when you're the most vulnerable, right? And I don't know where this is coming from. This is so random. Because I feel like whatever this healing is going to require them to be committed to this healing. Committed to something, if it's not healing, but committed to something. Making a pledge, a promise, an oath. Maybe somebody's being sworn in. Sworn into office. I don't know if they do this, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, but somebody may be becoming a law enforcement agent in some way, and they go through that process, and then they have to pledge to serve. So maybe some of you have somebody in your family that's considering, okay, I'm getting a call, hold on. Sorry about that, I got interrupted. So, oh gosh. I don't really like this reading. I want to dump it. To me, it's so weird. I don't even know what I was saying, and I was getting a call. Yeah, I feel like basically somebody is getting a call to take. I don't know. There's something that someone wants to take a calculated risk. It involves changing or ending a behavior or habit, you know, doing the same old song and dance, you know, because they're receiving some sort of synchronicities. The synchronicities may have to do with their emotions. It could be about feelings. It could be about probably a life purpose, a purpose where they can serve and protect. I think what I last left off is this person could be pledging their oath to protect. So some of you may be considering entering like the military or some intelligence agency, possibly the FBI, CIA, that type of thing, because of the whistleblower coming out. But underneath that is the letting go and depravity. And with the depravity card, there's spy, tyrant. Okay. Ooh, this reading took a turn because it's like now I'm getting into something. I feel like, all right, this may not even be about people. This could be about something we're going to hear in the news. I feel like somebody's going to come out, or people have been coming out about somebody. Somebody's going to blow the whistle about somebody who is in a high position of authority. Somebody who was meant to serve and protect. But it's going to come out that they were involved in some depraved activities, behaviors or something, and whoever's involved, the person that's they're letting go of their fear, they're letting go, they're surrendering, they're opening up, because it says open, and it says give up. I feel like somebody is going to get caught up in something and they're going to be releasing some information, and it has to do with somebody who in law enforcement, somebody who pledged an oath to serve and protect. I feel like, I mean, like with the trial that's going on, I think, and we could be pretty sure, we could guess like who this possibly can be. Some person who is in this, who has some sort of status. There may be some pictures coming out about whatever this depravity is that's being revealed by a whistleblower. I don't know what this is regarding, because we have a lot of people in positions of power who are engaging in certain behaviors that have been harmful to certain groups of people, that have been harmful to people in general. But I feel like somebody is so sick and tired of the same song and dance, like the same circus, the same old bullshit, the same old script, you know, where people get away with stuff. People are put on blast for what they have done. I think they're putting an end to it, and they're wanting to take a risk. A risk and something, a strategic risk, and revealing whatever it is that may be coming out in the news. This is so weird, because I usually, like, well, you know what, this is the way life is, you know. Sometimes these messages come out, sometimes they don't. So I know we have a trial, so maybe we're gonna find out something about somebody involved in the trial that may be in a very high position. And I'm pretty sure we could suspect that, but I feel like there's something gonna come out that may be like actual proof, things that cannot be denied, you know. People are gonna say, they're gonna do whatever they need to do to protect themselves. The Magician, yeah, somebody is going to manipulate something. I put this on top of the commitment card, and what I'm thinking is somebody's going to try to manipulate the truth. Remember that thing, that phrase that was coined during the pandemic, alternate facts? You know what's so interesting? Oops. Yeah, somebody has been working hard. Let me see. I think that whoever may be coming forward, it may be some conflict that they're seeing within a work dynamic or work environments. You know, this person may be somebody, I don't even want to say, because if this comes out, I don't want nobody getting offed because of this. But, you know, sometimes when you're at work and you may hear something, so it doesn't have to be at a grand scale like something we see in the news, but it could even be where you work. It could be within a church. It could be within like some sort of social services agency, even like the law department, the law office. I want to say law department. So, you know how sometimes you are at work and you hear things or you see things, and you know, especially if you're somebody, okay, this may have to do with money. So maybe somebody is going to see how money has been spent, how money has been used. To see how someone may have been manipulating some documents, doctoring them in some way. Somebody wants to this is gonna affect somebody's stability in some way. I think that's where the fear is, because you know, if you're gonna be a whistleblower, you kind of have to be willing to face whatever repercussions may come your way because of you revealing something. But this is where the person is thinking a deep thought, you know, because to come forward about something is risky for not only themselves, but it could also be a risk to their family. It could also be a risk to the people in the community. You know, and look, we have the King of Pentacles. I think somebody, it may have to do with money. I think if somebody is going to be revealed or as not like misappropriating funds. Misappropriating funds. This person may be an earth sign, but I see King of Pentacles is somebody who is about the money, you know, somebody who's wealthy, abundant. They invest, and it can have to do with investments, some sort of investments. But we already know that stuff. So, but we have Knight of Cups here. There may be some type of scam coming out, like something coming out where money and love, relationships, passion may be involved. You know, some message. Ooh. Okay. This person, they're going to reveal something about someone. I don't know who this is. Please take it as it resonates. It could be you. It could be someone around you. It could be somebody in your community that, you know, please take it as it resonates. But I feel like somebody who's going to be heartbroken, but they know the truth about something, and maybe what they find out is heartbreaking. What they find out about this person is heartbreaking, because we have the Page of Pentacles. So this person, whoever they are, they may be coming forward, and they may be going to the media in some way, kind of giving them a little tidbit, a little tip, something for them to investigate. And then it may be revealed that somebody has been misappropriating funds. Somebody may have been engaging, may have been using the funds to pay for fun times, and where there's pools and baby oil or glitter, you know. This reading is so weird, and it probably is gonna resonate with somebody, because it sure as hell don't resonate with me. Like, I know what Tarot's talking about. It's like, I'm getting these random messages, and this is so random. This is so random. Wow. Okay, so let's pretend the whistleblower is watching this video. What advice would you give, Spirit, to the whistleblower who may be revealing some truth, some manipulation that has been going on? What advice do you have for the person that is going to come forward and reveals unknown truths? Departure, transformation. I feel like, let me get one. Oh, that was fast. This is so interesting because we have the Departure card, which is the Eight of Cups. We have Transformation, which is about death and rebirth, but then it's also awakening. I feel like when this person decides to do what they're doing, revealing the truth about something, this may come out this weekend or the next 72 hours. It's probably going to be like it's going to be very shocking, because you may be finding out about a specific person that you were like, I never thought that person would do that. it may change or jade people into thinking, wow, I really thought this was a good person, but then they did that, and just like, are there any good people in the world? You know, it's gonna be transformative in the way you like see people, how you see the people around you. Like, wow, I really thought this person was honest. I thought this person was forthright. I thought this person had integrity. Remember, we had the commitment card. Let me see, I can find it with the sword. You know, but it's like, whatever this is, it's gonna cause somebody to have to leave a situation. But this is supposed to be advice. So this, whatever happens here with this person, is gonna be a weight off their shoulders, because possibly the weight of holding this in has been very difficult, you know, especially if it's something very like, I mean, if it's something that's like impactful, like it impacts not a small group of people, but impacts a lot of people, it's going to help relieve, awaken people to who this particular person is that is doing something wrong. It's going to awaken them to the fact that this person isn't as honest and lacks integrity. You know, I want to say it's like this person could be bought. You know, like somebody you thought couldn't be bought was bought, and it's really going to change your mind about, you know, the way you see people. But it's awakening. It's going to be transformative in some way. So the advice is, whoever this is that's going to reveal something, yeah, it's going to shake things up. It's going to shake. It's going to like, it's like putting the lights on and the roaches scattering, that type of thing. But in a way, it's going to be freeing for you to reveal whatever this truth is. It may not only have to do with money. It could be like, you know, somebody, a victim coming forward, or about something like being like somebody from a high social standing, or someone that you would never think, a victim coming forward and saying, well, this person did this to me. And the advice is for this person to no longer release it. That I think that they probably thought enough about what it is that they wanted to reveal and be a whistleblower about, but it's going to allow them to step out of that old life, step out of the shadows, and it's going to allow them to have a brand new beginning, because they're going to be awakening everybody that did not know about this particular person. And it's also going to show you who is there for you and who isn't. You're going to see who's going to believe you, who's going to take you seriously, and who is not going to support you. And that's also going to be transformative in a way too, because then you're going to find out who your friends truly are when this comes out. And it doesn't even have to be anything grand, you know, either. It could be like you find out your partner cheated on you, like you were married and they cheated on you, and then now, you know, you have to walk away from that, you know, and have a brand new beginning. Your entire world is shaken. You know, you found out who you could trust, who you can trust, who you cannot trust, and you're ready for a new beginning. You know, ending what doesn't serve you to go into something that does. You may find out that somebody was manipulative and causing conflict, and you know, if you're going through a divorce, this person may have been hiding money so that they wouldn't have to pay child support, or hiding money because they didn't want to pay alimony in that way. You know, it could be anything. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the reading there. If this reading resonates with someone, I mean, the next 72 hours, it can happen anytime. So it's whenever you have to see this video. If it resonates at all, I'm so sorry, and I wish you well. I wish you safety, and I wish you protection from the angels above. I'm so sorry. To be put in that situation, that's very difficult. I don't even know if I'm going to post this video, and if I do, please consider subscribing to Artemis Oracle and giving this video a thumbs up if you resonated with it in any way, if it helps you in some way. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'm wishing you a great 72 hours ahead.